Okay, well, I've been carving this Santa. He's holding a wreath. So far, he's turned out pretty good. And I've got this little banner that goes along the base. Something I haven't done before, so I thought I'd try something new. And I came up with some of these ideas of what to do around the base. I thought about holly, but this is such a small space, and I want to fill more of the area. So I think I'm going to settle on this, which is like a bittersweet vine, you know, that wraps around this banner that I've got right here. And I don't have a lot of room to write something in here, but I'm going to try to fit in something like Merry Christmas or Vive Noël, which is French for Long Live Christmas. But anyway, to get this thing carved out, what I need to do first is use a gouge like this. Now this is a 70° by 1/4 inch gouge. If you follow my carving, you kind of know that I like these palm tools by FlexCut quite a bit. So it's got that really narrow tip. I don't know if you can see that, but it's got that really narrow tip. And I'm just going to very carefully okay. So the next step in terms of making this fine is to use this tool, which is the number 11 by 1/8. I call it the U gouge. So what I want to do is make these little leaves like you see in this design. But before I get there, I think what I'm going to do is decide where I want the berries. I'm going to pencil those in like this. Maybe one like that. Like this. Something like this. This. And that. If I got room there for one, let's put him in. Try it. And a little one right there. Okay. So let me go ahead and carve those out real quick. Same technique. So for the leaves, again, this is a number 11 by 1/8. I'm just using a little scooping technique like that. Like that. Kind of like a little divot. You kind of scoop and lift up. Leaf right there. Part of carving these Santas, I think, is to try to use the palette that you have. Now, I could have just left this blank, but I think that this little design will look kind of nice. Okay. So the next thing I've got to do is figure out what I want this to say, this banner. Then I've got to carefully carve it out. Do I have enough room for Merry Christmas? Vive Noël would actually be a lot easier, but does anybody know what that means? So I'm going to go ahead and pencil this out, decide on what I'm going to say, and then show you how I'm going to do it. Okay, so that's how I did the Vive Noël Santa. Long live Christmas. Probably never seen a Santa that said that, but um, I think it looks pretty good. Turned out decent. A little bit of light sanding brought out the vine. Using this old set of metal punches just to show you how to do some lettering. Nice, easy way to do it. So the next step is, of course, I've got to get over there and I've got to paint this little Santa in addition to a bunch of other ones. And don't forget to sign your artwork and date it. So let's see how he turns out when he gets painted. Okay, everybody, well, I finally got these finished, which is a rarity, right? I normally just carve and I never paint, I know. But I've got some of these Santas that I finished that I want to show you some of the details on. I think they turned out pretty good. Have a look. So this is the Santa that says, Joyeux Noel. And you can see he's standing in front of a stack of presents. Turned out pretty good. And then here's the other Santa that says Vive Noel, which means long live Christmas. And he's got a wreath. You can see the gold ribbon and some of the details there. Doing the eyes is pretty difficult, but I think they turned out pretty good. And it's got bittersweet like the other one that wraps around the base. 6-inch Santa, and here is the other one that I did a couple of videos ago. Here's a close-up look of his eyes, holding a gift, and he's got the bow that goes around with the gold swag. And painted these with acrylics, finished them off with a water-based polyurethane. So you can see, folks, I got some other ones I got left to paint here, so I got to get busy. Till next time, thanks.